Let's look at what happened in the Northwest Zone for the week from 22nd to 29th of October 2020. In this, troops of Operation Maigumeri and Gajiram have continued the aggressive clearance operations in the Northwest Zone of the country successfully. And for the period under review, farm and highway patrols were carried out within the zone, thus boosting the confidence of the locals as well as commuters in carrying out their daily activities. The gallant troops of Operation Maigumeri and Gajiram, within the period, carried out series of clearance operations, ambushes, and other aggressive and confidence-building patrols. These operations led to the neutralization of armed bandits, arrest of suspected bandits and their collaborators, rescue of kidnapped victims, and recoveries of roasted cattle as well as large cache of arms and ammunition. In one of the operations conducted on the 24th of October, the security forces arrested 13 suspected bandit collaborators at Tangaza town in Tangaza local government area of Sokoto State. Similarly, troops of Operation Maigumeri and Gajiram in conjunction with Nigerian police, Katsina State, on the 27th of October, acting on credible intelligence, successfully repelled coordinated attack by bandits who were on revenge mission on the Taskia village of Sapana local government area of Katsina State. The troops engaged the bandits in a gunduel, thereby neutralizing 5, while others escaped with gunshot wounds. Furthermore, the land and air components of Operation Thunder Strike, acting on credible human intelligence force, as well as series of area surveillance missions, neutralized scores of armed bandits. The successful operation was carried out to clear identified bandits' camps in the Yadi and Kufa Shantu areas of Giwa local government area of Kaduna State. Following the air component's efforts at Kufa Shantu, the land component, supported by an attack helicopter, successfully assaulted one of the bandits' hiders at Yadi, clearing 2 out of the 3 that were damaged. The ground troops subsequently fought through fierce resistance from bandits hiding under the foliage as the third objective, and eventually overpowered the criminals, eliminating several of them. Now we look at the Northeast Zone. In continuation of its efforts in the fight against terrorism in the Northeast Zone, troops of Operation Lafia Adole have continued with the aggressive clearance operations with Igbo. Several land and air operations were conducted by the armed forces of Nigeria and other security agencies between 22nd and 29th October. During the period, troops recorded laudable successes in both land and air operations. Within the period in focus, the land component of Operation Lafia Adole, under the subsidiary Operation Fireball, conducted several robust operations. Troops executed attacks on terrorist hideouts, repelled attacks on troops locations, and forestalled attack on internally displaced persons convoy. During the encounters, the superior firepower of troops resulted in the decimation of several Boko Haram terrorists and ISWAP elements, while 2, 3, and 8 of their fighters were killed in contact at Malam Fatori, Mungonu-Gana, and Jumache towns respectively, all in Mungonu State. Large caches of arms and ammunition, as well as materials meant to produce improvised explosive devices, and 2 gun trucks were captured from the terrorists. Also recorded during the period, troops successfully repelled 3 separate attacks by the BHG and ISWAP terrorists at Maigumeri, Gajiram, and Damboa in Borno State. In the encounters, a total of 13 terrorists were killed in contact, and arms and ammunition were recovered. This is additional to the 22 of the terrorists killed at Damboa, which of course was reported directly yesterday. In a similar development, troops successfully foiled terrorist attack on a convoy of vehicles conveying internally displaced persons from Maigumeri to Aga in Borno State. During the encounter, 3 terrorists were neutralized and some arms and ammunition were recovered. Also within the period, a cattle rustler and kidnapper at Takum village in Takum local government area of Taraba State was arrested. Similarly, 2 kidnappers, namely Yahya Mohammed and Julie Ado, were arrested at Zala village in Toro local government and Mariki village in Kirfi local government area, all in Bauchi State. All arrested criminals were handed over to the appropriate prosecuting authorities for further action. Meanwhile, the air component of Operation Lapia, in its resolve to actualize the objectives of its subsidiary operation, Water Taki, conducted several air operations using a force package of Nigerian Air Force fighter jets and helicopter gunships in the northeast zone. Several air surveillance and air interdiction missions were executed by the Air Task Force during the period under review, resulting in scores of devastating hits in multiple waves of attacks on various locations in the zone. Airstrikes executed on terrorist hideouts at Nkosike village, a settlement in the fringes of the Sambisa forest used by terrorists as a staging area from where they launch attack on own troops and other unsuspecting civilians, resulted in the obliteration of several VHT and ISWAP elements hideouts, while several of their fighters were neutralized. Another laudable success was recorded during airstrikes on Mungonu-Gana village near Damasa in the northern part of Borno State, where terrorists assembled in preparation for attack against nearby troops' location. Scores of the terrorists were neutralized and their facilities destroyed. These were achieved with the help of credible intelligence reports and Air Task Force intelligence surveillance reconnaissance missions that revealed their activities in these locations. North Central Zone. In continuation of intensive kinetic operations against armed bandits and other criminals in the North Central Zone, troops of Operations Safe Haven and Wells Pro conducted raids at identified criminals' hideouts with attendant successes. These kinetic efforts were supported with civil military cooperation activities in the form of stakeholders meetings, among others. Notably, on the 22nd of October, troops of Operation Safe Haven, acting on credible intelligence, raided suspected cultists at Federal Locust area in Jos South local government area of Plateau State. During the operation, 16 suspected cultists were apprehended with various dangerous weapons. The suspects are presently being profiled, after which they will be handed over to the appropriate prosecution agency for further action. This was followed by another raid operation at the hideout of a suspected illicit drugs peddler at Kapana village in Marsa district of Zambukata, local government area of Kaduna State, on the 24th of October. During the operation, troops apprehended the suspect, one Ishak Thomas. Also recovered at the hideout were one locally made pistol, one cartridge, 3 50-kilogram sacks of substances suspected to be cannabis sativa, among other items. Furthermore, troops of Operation Wild Stroke on the 24th of October apprehended 3 suspected kidnappers at Mutumbiu village in Gasol local government area of Taraba State. The arrests were made following actionable intelligence reports on the activities of the criminals in the area. Additionally, still on October 24th, troops of 117 Battalion, in conjunction with local vigilantes, arrested a bandit, Ibrahim, also known as Yellow, at Mararaba Budege in Natural local government area of Nasarawa State. In addition, as part of activities within the period, civil military cooperation activities, headquarters of Operation Safe Haven fostered stakeholders meetings among the various ethnic groups in Plateau State. In this regard, between 22nd and 26th of October, security meetings were held with locals at Damboa in Josa local government area and Forum districts in Barkinladi local government area of Plateau State. The meetings were aimed at fostering peace amongst the various ethnic groups cohabiting the various communities. In this regard, the locals are requested to cooperate with the security agencies by availing them with the required information that will be useful to our collective objective of taking out the criminals from this way. South-South Zone. Troops of Operation Delta Safe have sustained the fight against crude oil theft, pipeline vandalism, and illegal oil bunkering in the zone with significant results. Within the period, troops of 146 Battalion discovered and immobilized 3 illegal refineries containing 8 storage tanks loaded with illegally refined products around Tangolo Sushu, Okutumbi, and Promised Land in Boni local government area of Rivers State. On the same day, troops of Operation Delta Safe immobilized several illegal refineries around Edeova community in Ahoada East local government area of Rivers State. Similarly, within the period under review, troops of 19 Battalion immobilized an illegal oil depot at Ohara in Itio West local government area of Delta State. Additionally, troops of Operation Delta Safe in conjunction with vigilantes acting on credible intelligence on the 23rd of October arrested 1 suspected gun runner with 1 AK-47 rifle and 2 magazines loaded with 7.62 special ammunition around Elele Owerri Road in Rivers State. In a related development, troops of 4th Brigade arrested 6 suspected armed robbers with 2 locally made guns, 3 live cartridges, 1 knife, 3 mobile phones, and a stolen vehicle at Uromi in Esa Northeast local government area of Edo State. Similarly, between 22nd and 24th of October, troops of 146 Battalion discovered and immobilized 2 illegal refineries, 3 storage tanks, and 1 wooden boat loaded with crude oil around Patrick Waterside, Purukiri, and Okutumbi in Boni local government area of Rivers State. Furthermore, Operations Calm Waters with 2 and swift response have continued to record more successes. Within the period under review, several bags of foreign parboiled rice suspected to be smuggled from Cameroon were arrested and handed over to Nigerian Customs Service. Also, some boats carrying unspecified quantities of premium motor spirits were also arrested. Additionally, the patrol team of Forward Operating Base Ibaka intercepted 2 wooden boats with 61 drops of petroleum motor spirit collectively. The boats were intercepted at Ikan Creek, Cross River State. Preliminary investigation revealed that the product was meant to be smuggled to the Republic of Cameroon through Ikan waterways. Meanwhile, the two wooden boats along with the drums of petroleum crude spirit and the four suspects were evacuated to forward operating base Ibaka for further action. Ladies and gentlemen, overall, the Military High Command encourages the troops and personnel of other security agencies to remain dogged and sustain the tempo in all the joint operations areas. The High Command of the Armed Forces also reassures the general public of its unwavering commitment to securing the country for all human activities to strive. Members of the general public are enjoined to continue providing timely information on the activities of criminals in their various localities to the nearest military and other security agencies' location for prompt action. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, thank you